Welcome to the Classy Counsel, Reflections for the Wise and Elegant Lady. I am Nadia, your elegance coach, and in this weekly podcast, I bring you insights on how to cultivate the attributes of a lady that is elegant and not only elevated in terms of appearance, but also on a much deeper level, spiritually elevated. You'll find cross-references made with verses from the Bible and from other sources of wisdom. Whether you are a beginner or advanced in your journey towards the most elegant version of yourself, a curious learner, or simply looking for some more elegant mindset inspiration, you are in the right place. So, grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and join me on this journey of discovery and growth. Thoughtfulness for others, generosity, modesty, and self-respect are the qualities which make a real gentleman or lady. This is a quote from Thomas Henry Huxley. Generosity is the spirit and action of freely and frequently giving to others, a willingness to give help or support. Synonyms of generosity are liberality, largesse and selfishness, gift, bounty, and opposites are selfishness, stinginess, and thrift. An elegant woman is generous. She might be generous in terms of money and material things, but she is generous most and foremost with her presence, her time, skills, and energy. I spoke about the treasure that is feminine presence in my previous episode. We often hear that men provide and women receive. The truth is, women receive in order to return. They take, they multiply, and they give back. If you've been listening to the other episodes, you know I talk a lot about the fact that the elegant woman, although she pays attention to herself and cares for herself, she isn't self-centered. She is very much aware that she's part of something bigger than her. And this is such a contrast as a behavior in the world we are living in, because nowadays we encourage selfishness, we encourage individuality. I don't believe it is bad to think highly of yourself, but it shouldn't be to the point where you absolutely don't care about people around you. What I mean by not caring is not paying attention at all, making decisions, saying or doing things without considering whether or not it could affect a life, offend someone, or even hurt someone. So there are two aspects of generosity. The most obvious one is giving things, giving help, giving support, giving your energy. And the second one is refraining, putting our own selfish desires aside if we know that it means hurting someone else, even if it's a total stranger. Generosity is true consideration. It's taking into account other people's feelings and lives. In what ways an elegant woman is generous? First, that would be with time and attention. Time is precious because that is one big thing we cannot get back. A high-value woman recognizes the importance of time and is willing to give it freely to those she cares about. She can be visiting family, seeing friends, but she also can be a mentor to someone. And this also could be volunteering for a cause she believes in, offering career advice to a younger colleague, or simply listening attentively to a friend. Another way an elegant woman is generous is with her encouragement and support. Like I said, she uses her confidence and self-assurance to uplift others. She offers genuine compliments, celebrates the success of others, and she's a cheerleader for those around her. Another way is sharing her knowledge and skills. A high-value woman doesn't gatekeep. When I see someone gatekeeping, I lose admiration for them because this is such a low self-esteem behavior. The elegant woman is likely accomplished in her field and is happy to share her expertise, her knowledge. Remember, we want to inspire. We lift other people up, especially women. As soon as I feel that a woman is putting herself in competition with another, it saddens me. It's such a waste of energy. And I believe you shine brighter when you are a woman who elevates another woman. So if you are an expert in a field, I encourage you to offer mentoring, mentor younger women, speak in events, write articles to inspire and educate others. The world can only be a better place if we all dare to share our most precious gifts. Another way the elegant woman manifests generosity is by offering a helping hand. She's always willing to lend a hand, big or small. And this could be anything from helping a neighbor move to offering to run errands for someone who's not feeling well, and without expecting anything in return. She knows God, the universe, will give her back anyways. I feel like when you give with the expectation to receive in return, it just cancels the good deed. Do you know what I mean? Generosity cannot be transactional, or at least not at the human-to-human level. The Bible verse in Matthew chapter 6, verse 3 and 4 says, "When you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." There is a book I recommend, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. If you like deep wisdom explained simply. Here are some lines about generosity I want to share with you. He says, "You only give a little when you give away your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give." A little further he says, "There are some who give little of the abundance they have, and they give to arouse gratitude, and their secret desire corrupts their giving. There are some who have little and who give it all. These believe in life, in the goodness of life, and their chest is never empty. There are some who give with joy, and this joy is their reward. There are some who give with pain, and this pain is their baptism. There are some who give and feel neither pain nor joy, and are not conscious of their virtue. They give as in the valley there the myrtle exhales its perfume into space. Through the hands of such beings, God speaks, and through their gaze he smiles at the earth. You often say, 'I will give, but only to those who deserve it.' The trees in your orchards do not speak thus, nor the flocks in your pastures. They give in order to live, because to withhold is to perish." This is so deep and very interesting. I really recommend you to read that book because it makes you think about, the simple stuff like giving in a different way, with a different perspective. Gratitude is also part of generosity. The elegant woman expresses appreciation to those who help her and acknowledges the contributions of others. Through a simple thank you or a handwritten note, gratitude is the very first return given. I'll probably talk about gratitude in another episode. Now, how do you cultivate generosity? I have only two things for you to know if you want to cultivate generosity. Number one, I want you to start seeing yourself as royalty. Let me explain to you. If you look at the royal family, they receive a lot. Taxpayers sustain their life, very beautiful, comfortable life. But in return, they do charity work. They bring awareness to causes. They reward people for special deeds. They represent the nation. They are like a brand for their country. So I want you to see yourself as a royal. But first you need to understand something. If you didn't understand this dimension before, I'll tell you now. Royals are here to serve. They represent their people and they serve them. I hear a lot of women calling themselves queen, and I applaud this. I want all of you to be queens, but many don't understand what it means. The higher you get in status, the more responsibilities you have towards other people. People that are not even from your close entourage. Being a queen is not being served and adored. Being a queen is having a mindset of, I am here to serve them. I am here to represent them. I am here as a leader to elevate them and inspire them. I am here to share my gifts with them, to help them. That's how a true queen thinks. You don't shine for yourself or for the sake of shining. You shine to serve others. The more you shine, the more people you serve. Be generous with your skills, with your time and your energy. Represent your spouse. Represent your family, your community, your nation. You have gifts. It isn't for your own benefits only. It is primarily for the good of others. And you don't have to go as hard as a royal family, because your generosity can start with a genuine smile, a genuine compliment, a get well soon card. Nice gestures like holding the door for someone. And then you can go and consider volunteering or donate to charity. But you need to set this mindset. Be a royal. Number 2, think of yourself less. Don't think less of yourself, but think of yourself less. This is for the second aspect of generosity I spoke about, where you refrain from doing or saying something that you know will hurt another human being. Making sacrifices is a way of being generous. I'll give you an example. You are at the grocery store and you like to buy wipes to put in your purse whenever you are out and need to clean something. It's practical. And it is the last pack of wipes. And right beside you, there's a mother with a baby reaching out also for the wipes. And she seems distressed because she really needs those wipes. She's got diapers to change. You don't know that person, and yet you feel for her. Where some will think first come, first served, the elegant woman is wise enough to evaluate whether or not this person needs the wipes more than her. She will be generous and she will sacrifice her little practical habit so that this other woman isn't put in a stressful situation. Trust me, there is some stress in having to change a diaper when you are out of the house and you don't have any wipes. So anyway, this is really the type of behavior that is ladylike. So again, see yourself as royalty and think of yourself less. I encourage you to be generous. And the same way you show generosity to others, show generosity to yourself. Be that friend you need. Be gentle and kind with yourself. Talk nicely and elevate, inspire yourself. Remember, you need to be able to count on you and give yourself that love before going out there and emptying your cup onto others. Be generous, you will receive in return. I guarantee you that. Because 1, you give to yourself, and 2, the Creator sees your heart and will reward. Now let me conclude this episode with Psalm chapter 112, verse 9. They have freely scattered their gifts to the poor. Their righteousness endures forever. Their horn will be lifted high in honor. If you liked this podcast, if you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, like, or share. If you also like affirmation words, you can visit my YouTube channel, Madame Kabongo. You will find a video specifically on generosity in the Affirmations for the Elegant Woman playlist. For even more advices to become the best version of yourself, learning etiquette, learning the basics of elegance and communication, you can follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, and also YouTube. You will always find me there under the same name, Madame Kabongo. Thank you. And remember, it is when you give of yourself that you truly give. See you next week.